MLB Players Association submitted another proposal, counter proposal, I guess. Feels like we're starting from zero, but some people don't think that's the case.
It really does. It does feel like after everything last week. Yeah, like we talked on Tuesday, Monday, whatever day it was we recorded last week, where we're like, yeah, it's like really close, right? And we felt like we were gonna have like an update. We're gonna have to re-record the episode at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But then it all fell apart, and then everything just hit the fan. And then I read an article that said that it never was that close.
Never at all. And it was actually more of a propaganda machine thing from the owners group and the league itself to make it seem like they were closer to a deal than they were, when the players themselves, the players' reps and their representatives said that no, that's a bunch of hullabaloo. It was never close.
Yeah, bunch of hogwash.
Whoa, rut-row. So the Players Association says that the 45-day notice to change any rules, which I think is pretty reasonable.
So this is one of the things they put in there was the 45-day notice, because currently it's a year, which I think makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, personally. Or if not one whole year, then certainly before the beginning of the next regular season.
Right. Yeah. So they're like, you know what? We'll go down to 45 days when the owners only asked for 4 months.
Yep.
Pretty generous, I feel like.
It is super generous. And again, I think it's egregious. Why would you start something mid-season? There should be a caveat in there that says we can rule change anytime we want between the seasons. Mm-hmm. But there is no rule changing mid-season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, where's that?
As long as there are games going on, you can't change a rule. Like, as long as there are regular season games going on, you can't change a rule. Because I could see them even in spring training being like, we need to adjust this a little bit. Yep. Just tweak it and it being fine. But yeah, no, as long as there are regular season games going, you can't change a rule. So that's really generous, I feel like, of the players to be like, yeah, we'll do 45 days, but cap it at 3 rules a year.
Yeah. Yeah, it needs to be capped at 3 rules a year, which is what they're saying in their proposal. The pitch clock will be 14 seconds if there are no runners on, 19 seconds with runners on. That doesn't bother me. Does that bother you at all?
No, and you know what? I thought it would, but I've seen it a couple times, like at minor league games, college. I think they had it in college games or something. I don't remember. But I've seen it a couple times, and I didn't even notice it, honestly.
Yep. Exactly. So it doesn't bother me. I don't know. What do I care? And they can squabble over 10 seconds or 20 seconds, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to look back and like the mound visit thing where some people were irate over it. Mm-hmm. I'm pointing at myself here.
Me too.
We're going to find out that it's not a big deal. Like, it doesn't even happen.
Yeah.
It isn't even noticeable. The other thing that has been determined is that they're going to make the bags bigger. At least it's one of being batted around, that they're going to make the bases larger, which for Jose Altuve is a wonderful thing.
It is. And it's funny. We talked about this a couple of years ago. Do you remember? I mean, it was a while ago that we talked about this item in particular, that it's going to be a little bit of an extra incentive for guys to get moving. And I think it's good. I like it because it's not enormous. You won't be able to tell from the stands.
Nah.
But the players will notice the difference, I feel like.
Right.
And that'll be enough. So,
I agree.
Think that'll be a good one.
I'm not, like I said, the purist in me is a little upset. But I'll bet the practical side of me is going to just not even notice again. I don't think I'll ever love or hate it.
You know what, though? Like, you talk about the purist. I think that the bags have changed more over the years than we realize.
You're probably right. Actually, we should do some research on that.
We should look into that and have an answer for that later.
Yeah, good idea.
But they also said that they're willing to negotiate stricter penalties for teams that go over the competitive balance tax threshold.
Yeah,
things like losing out on draft picks, things like that, which is really interesting because the players want teams to go over because it's technically, like I said, quote unquote, not a salary cap, but in reality. Let's be real. It is.
Let's not be real, Brad. Nobody wants to be real right now. Can you tell?
We're going to be real, Brig. But
we can be real. We don't want to be real.
I'm real. But so But the players have complained in the last couple of years about teams not wanting to go over the tax, right? But now the players are willing to be like, okay, you can have harsher punishments if that's what you want. And some of them, being that they proposed were losing a draft pick, which is pretty significant. I feel like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, especially if you're Pittsburgh. It's where you make all your money.
Exactly right.